Hey everyone, Lisa Resnick with The Real Tea. I am sitting with Sarah Boyarko. She is the COO, Chief Operating Officer, and Executive Director for the Economic Development. Did I get that right?
Yep, you're good.
It almost looks like we're at the same office, just utilizing a split screen.
Yep. We're right
Sarah,
near each other, just a couple buildings away.
we are. I'm actually squatting at the Business Journal office today, utilizing their tools with all the meetings that I had downtown, which is awesome. So I do. You guys are, what's your address over here in Youngstown?
We are on East Federal,
And
right
then
next
you're
to Eastern Gateway.
and then you're also located in Warren too. So you make sure
We
that
have a location in downtown Warren as well.
so you equally straddle both counties where the chamber works, which is awesome.
Correct.
So how long have you been with the chamber?
So I've been at the chamber this is my 15th year. I originally started out as our then CEO's executive coordinator and have had wonderful opportunities to grow my role at the chamber over the years, and now working in the operations side of things and overseeing economic development.
I love the fact that you started there. You started from the ground up to get where you're going, because that is traditionally how I remember starting off in my career as well. And I do think that you learn a lot more by taking that route than just jumping right into one position and that being it.
No, I absolutely agree. I think it was very beneficial for me to come in at the ground level and work directly with the president. And obviously, I was fully engaged with everything going on in the community that he was involved with, and got to make build a lot of relationships, or start building relationships that have definitely helped me throughout my career in economic development.
So tell us a little bit about the regional chamber. I know you guys are a nonprofit and you work with a lot of our businesses locally, right?
Yeah, so we are a private nonprofit organization, and we provide business and leadership services to help grow the nearly 2,400 businesses that we have that are regional chamber members. We also offer a whole variety of resources for those individual members around benefits that might be discounts with healthcare or workers' compensation, and then also participation and engagement through networking at our I would say we have nearly 100 events on an annual basis. So our events team is really busy, as well as our marketing team, getting the word out on those events. But I would say a lot of the business to business interaction occurs during those events, whether that's an afternoon power lunch, or, this morning we had a lattes event in Columbiana County, or it might be one of our signature events. Most recently, we had our Athena event. So again, all shapes and sizes for different types of businesses.
I don't think anybody should discount those networking events, because a lot does come out of it. It's kind of like the pre and post boardroom discussions.
Yes.
That is exactly where a lot of the work comes out of play, ideas and everything. So that is essential, and I'm glad that you guys do it, but that's not all you guys do for the community.
No. We also oversee economic development for the two-county area alongside our peers in the community, or our colleagues that we work with on community and economic development, as well as education, our governmental partners as well. So in our specific role since 1993, we've actually been the designated county partner for the state of Ohio. Currently, that relationship is with Jobs Ohio, and many years prior to that with Department of Development. So in that role, we are the direct point of contact for any leads that might go directly to the state of Ohio from companies outside of the market looking to grow or expand into Ohio. We do manage an available properties database. One of our staff members oversees all of that work. And I want to say we have around 200 available industrial or commercial buildings or land sites available and ready for development. But as you're aware, that is the first point of contact, or the first part of the process of a company making an investment. They need a property. to make their investment. If we don't have the appropriate property for them, somebody else naturally will. So it definitely is a lot of competition with other markets and other properties.
Yes.
As well as a process of elimination. So, here's our list of requirements, and we respond, and the companies, cross off the ones that don't meet their needs and move on to the next location, or they shortlist us. So it's a long process. Some of those interactions take 3 months, 6 months, a year, multiple years. It really just depends on each individual company.
I remember the first time we met, and we did not talk about this yesterday when we spoke, but I'm sure it won't be a problem. But at that time, it's when Amazon was talking about potential locations that they would go. And I remember you were working on the packet to be able to show how this too could be a great option for them.
Yes. So we did collectively come together, the two counties, leadership from those two counties, our economic development peers, as I mentioned previously. We work quite a bit together. We originally went after, the headquarters location, and obviously did not get it, but it certainly brought attention to our market for them. And we have since seen opportunities for exploration of, having that last mile facility in North Jackson, but also consideration and exploration for other investments in our market as well. So hopefully some of those things will play out. Deep down inside, I don't know how realistic it would have been for us to actually get that project. I always want to go after everything and shoot for the best opportunity and the biggest win. But realistically, we did not meet all of the requirements, but we went ahead and submitted it anyways. And hopefully part of that has resulted in or could result in more investment at other levels of that company down the road.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I think one of my dear friends said once, shoot for the stars. And if you land on the moon, I feel like you'd still be happy.
Exactly.
So I think having that mentality, especially in our business, is what you need to have in order to, and I think that you were successful, because you are right. You did give us national attention. You did draw a sphere in which people saw opportunity here. So I think that was definitely a success.
That's good. So these attraction projects are always, really exciting. We've had quite a few wins over the years, and we typically have anywhere from 2 to 5 attraction projects announced in our market every year. But the majority of the activity that happens is already here. So it's local companies expanding. So one of the things that the chamber does have and has had for many years is an active and aggressive business retention expansion visit program, where we go out and visit with company decision makers, one-on-one conversations. And typically those visits that occur with our peers are probably anywhere from 400 to 600 times a year. So we make 400 to 600 touches a year with companies. And those are conversations that help us to uncover not only challenges, but opportunities with companies. So the option, or I shouldn't say the option, as a result of those visits and having those discussions, we're able to address immediate challenges a company may have on the retention side of things, or maybe a legislative issue or an industry issue that they're having. But it also gives us an opportunity to help them further explore expansion opportunities. So typically those types of activities really make up 80+% of what happens in any market on a given year. And that's really what sustains each community on an ongoing basis. All of those attraction projects are awesome, and they're really exciting. They bring new investment, but being able to support the local companies as well is key.
Just a quick shout out. Thank you, Nicole Ice, for your comment that women are changing Youngstown. You are right. Sarah's awesome, and so are you. So just in case you don't know Sarah, Nicole is the one of the owners of Sundog Cellars, and she spearheads a ton in Columbiana. So she's a phenomenal woman, and she's also on the committee for Science of Brewing for the OWOW Museum this year. So I'm very lucky to have her by my side.
I've not been there yet, so I'm going to have to get out there for sure.
Oh, honestly, and I know this is a sidetrack, and I apologize, but for everyone out there, you should definitely go there. I don't care how small or tall, young, old you may be. They do have the House of Shine that is amazing. And anybody who wants to start a business or looking to do something different or extraordinary in their lives, go to the House of Shine, because it does walk you through your personality profile, so you learn what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can grow from them, which is awesome.
Very good.
All right, now back on topic. Sorry.
All right, that's okay. That's okay.
So the regional chamber, you guys do absolutely amazing things. You do have that strong database when it comes to real estate, and you do have that pool when it comes to Jobs Ohio. And we know how extraordinarily important when it comes to economic development, basic jobs are. They are the bread and butter to every economy. So I am so excited by the fact that the regional chamber does so much in trying to better our area, because it is significant, and it does cross many industries, but it definitely positively impacts our real estate values, residentially and commercially. It's not just one or the other. Typically, you need both to be strong.
Absolutely. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of what you just mentioned comes into play when we're putting together the packages of information for decision makers to determine whether or not they're going to come to our market. So workforce is a component. Real estate's a component. They want to know who's here already, whether they're in their industry or not, what's going on in the market. So a lot of different things that we put together on an annual basis. Our economic development report card comes into play and is very well received by companies, because it's a true report card of all of our collective activity on an annual basis. And it gives companies a good perspective of what does the market look like if, company X is investing there, maybe I need to too. So it's everything that we do is customized and putting those packages together, but all of the aspects you just mentioned certainly are important to that.
And it's great too, because you do have that mentality of looking at things as a region. We're not county sections. It's looking at everything holistically, because it's all of us, right?
Absolutely. So we do, you bring up a good point. Our organization represents Mahoning and Trumbull counties in economic development. We have members outside of the two counties and certainly help them with a whole variety of things, including government affairs or legislative advocacy. So everything that we do is presented as a region. So we look at our metropolitan statistical area and present that information. Sometimes it's a little bit different depending upon what the company is asking for specifically, but normally everything is presented as a region. As you can imagine, a company like Home Goods. So Home Goods was a project that we worked on for a very long time, a number of years, to secure that investment, managed the site selection, coordinated the incentive package, and did an enormous amount of customized research based on demographics and workforce availability. Clearly, it was a win, and the community came together and secured that investment. They're not going to hire specifically from the village of Lordstown where they're located. They're going to hire from the region and possibly well outside of our market, depending upon the position and the individual's willingness to travel. So all of those things come into play. And if we presented only the workforce availability as an example with Home Goods, only the workforce availability within the village, clearly we would be doing our community a disservice, because there's no way possible they're going to find the number of employees they need within that specific community. It's going to be a little bit broader. So there's a sort of a science behind it. Again, speed to response, factual information, what the company specifically needs. All of those things are the drivers for the packages we put together. And again, based on exactly what the company's looking for. But the regional story certainly makes much more sense, especially on the coordinated approach for funding. So if we look at the government affairs side of things and we talk about the chamber's drive into Columbus or the fly in to DC, which is going to, again, be remote this year because of challenges still pending with COVID, we will be sending a comprehensive or a coordinated message that these are the specific items that the community as a whole supports. And since we started these events, we were able to increase the actual dollar value of state and federal funding coming to our market, because there was a coordinated regional approach and a regional ask. It's not everyone competing against each other. So we started that a number of years ago, not only with economic development, but with a group called Grow Mahoning Valley, when we look at transportation needs. So the coordinated approach has been in place for many years, and it's been very beneficial to our community as a whole.
I think that's great. And that is exactly what we need to do to help keep us on the right path that we're currently on. We're currently on the right path. So I appreciate everything that you guys do. And for all those businesses out there that want to be part of the chamber and a part of the excitement, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can reach out through our website, regionalchamber.com. They can certainly reach out to me directly. My email address is my first name, SARAH @regionalchamber.com. Or our main line is 330-744-2131. And then my extension is 1108. Reach out about membership if you're having a government affairs issue, if you're looking to grow your business, or you just need some information. We're here to be, again, that business advocate, and make sure that we're being the having those one-on-one discussions to make sure folks have what they need, whether it's directly from us or one of our peers.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah. I appreciate it. I know it's hard to take time out of our day. So thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. It was a great discussion.
So does this mean you'll be back?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Myself or any of our other staff too. So you just let us know.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day.
Yes. Dodge the raindrops.
I know. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit businessjournaldaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to afterhoursyoungstown.com.